this is a continuation from my previous video on how to configure your ads manager column. So previously I talked about how you can create a lead generation performance column, and some of you might be thinking, okay, that might not be so applicable to my business because I could be running in e-commerce or I'm selling my own products, so I should be tracking based on purchases rather than lead generation, and that's totally fine. So what I'm going to do is that in this video, especially for those that are doing e-commerce or you're selling your own products, I'm going to show you how to slightly tweak the configuration for the ads manager column. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to click on the top here at columns, and we're going to click on customize columns. Okay, so it's almost the same thing except that we're going to remove leads and cost per lead. Okay, so I'm just going to go through everything for completion's sake. We'll go with campaign name, ad set delivery, budget, amount spent, impressions, cost per 1,000 impression, link clicks, CPC, CTR, CTR, all these are still important. What we're going to do is we're going to remove the last two columns, all right, leads and cost per lead. So what we're going to do is I'm going to add in this word called purchase. Okay, purchases, we'll click on total, value, and cost. All right, let's click at the bottom here. And again, you might notice something familiar is that we have all these boxes here, which is really not important. So we uncheck them. Okay, we uncheck all of this. All right, so we get to see purchases, which means like how many products being sold. So for example, let's say you're selling an ebook right now and you have sold 10 ebooks at $10 each as an example. Okay, so the purchase will show as 10, all right, 10 ebooks. Conversion value will be 10 times 10, it will be $100, okay? And if you're wondering how do we decide what's the value of the conversions, all that, I'll cover that in Facebook pixel creation, all right? And the next thing is cost per purchase. So let's just say, for example, we spent $100 and we have gotten 10 purchases, so the cost per purchase would be $10. So it's more like a break even going on right now, okay? So I'm just giving you a simple illustration, and that would lead to one more metric to include, which is purchase return on ad spend, or ROAS. So some marketers, funnily, they call it ROAS, okay, or ROAS. So if I say the word ROAS, this is exactly what I mean, okay? Return on ad spend, or in simpler terms for some people, it's return on investment. So again, if you had spent $100 and you made $100 back, you would have gotten a 1 ROAS. That means it's 1.0, all right? Now, let's just say that the books are $20, okay? And we had spent $100, we had sold 10 copies, times $20 is $200. So $200 divided by $100 in advertising spend, it will be ROAS of 2. That means we're getting a 2 times return on ad spend, okay? So that's exactly how purchase works. So what you can do right now is we can click on save as preset, and let's just call it purchase. All right? So that's exactly what this is right now. Now, you might be running an e-commerce store and you would have probably a few more metrics that you want to look at. So let's go to customize columns again, and we're going to add a few things such as add to cart. So you can see that there's add to cart over here, total. You can also add the value if you would like, and also the cost. It's pretty much similar here as well, okay? So if you're integrating this with the likes of Shopify, WooCommerce, or any other e-commerce platforms, so these are the things that you normally would like to take a look at. So actually you don't really need unique for this one, okay? Just total cost of add to cart, all right? So some people might even use a different term called initiate checkout, or IC. Checkouts initiated could be another term that you're using as well, but this depends on the platform that you are using, okay? So with that said, you can put add to cart here and click on save as preset, and I'm just going to call it e-commerce. All right, so these are some of the metrics that you will normally be looking at when you're doing a purchase conversion value, or if you're running e-commerce, you will want to add on the add to cart. So you can have a look at how many people are adding to cart, how many people are actually making the final purchases. You'll be able to track and decide from there.